Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Hope everyone's hale and whole. Thank you so much for the follow. You know who you are. Theo Fox. I see you. I literally just started up OBS and saw that come through. I was like, what a fantastic way to, like, start out the night. That put me in such a good mood, thank you. Things have been kind of stressy at work, and, you know, incoming the holidays, and usually starting around Thanksgiving, our workload gets pretty insane. So things have been ramping up, and I've been getting, like, a little stressed out, a little sweaty, and all that stuff, and it was nice to see that, so thank you very much. Then also welcome Mo Savage. It's nice to see you. And Corrosia. Hey bud, just popping in to remind you you're a fantastically beautiful soul. Know you. I'm almost there. I just finished up all my all the Discord things, and now I'm firing up Steam here. So yeah, some pretty heavy stuff. Last stream. It feels like forever since I've streamed, but like, I don't know, like, Sunday? I should tell you guys the story. Excuse me. I should tell y'all the story on why I felt like garbage. So, I wouldn't feel too badly for me, because it was largely self-inflicted. So, I went most of the day... Well, I went about half the day without eating, so like I skipped breakfast, right? So by the time lunchtime hit, I was super hungry, you know, and like ultra hungry. So I started getting stuff out. Like I wanted to kind of eat kind of cheap that day, so I started getting out stuff for like, you know, a decent PB&J sandwich because it's lunchtime, whatever. You know, I started getting stuff out, and like, you know, first thing I got out was the peanut butter, and I just looked at that jar, and I'm like, I don't even want to make a sandwich. So I sat down with, like, a jar of peanut butter, and I kind of attacked it for a little while. And I was just like, okay, well, I can't spoil it. Thank you, Yami. So, I didn't want to entirely spoil my appetite, right? So, I actually made, like, you know, like, a couple of sandwiches, because, you know, I'm a growing ringtail, right? So I made a couple of sandwiches, and I ate those, and, like, I was just kind of sitting on the couch chilling and vibing and whatever, and then I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. It was just an epiphany. I was like, I don't feel good. I kind of feel like garbage. But it was early enough in the day, right? So I just kind of, you know, I climbed into the bed and I took a nap, figuring that's all my stomach needed, right? Well, I woke up from my nap, and I still felt like trash. So, thank you, Ayami. Hey, Turbid, welcome! So, basically, like, I got up and I still kind of felt like garbage, but it was still early enough in the day that... Why is VideoTube not making my mouth move? There we go. That's weird, it's not picking up my mic. Dell USB, okay. WTF V802, let me fix that. Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulty, nothing huge. Ba-doop boop! Yeah, that's a new one. Wow, that's weird. VideoTube is not picking up my microphone. How can this be?
Not.
Not. Actually, I expected that to be louder. Wow, why is my video tube not working? That is just the weirdest heckin' thing, y'all. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm here. It's just my avatar's not going to do anything because VideoTube isn't picking up my microphone for some weird reason. That's bizarre. Weird. Yeah, I just did the transition, but my mouth doesn't move. It's normally supposed to pick up my microphone activity, but it's not for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna have to live with it for now. So sorry, folks. Normally I'm like bouncy and actually like talking and stuff on that, but I'm not for whatever reason. Pets. Oh, I can't do that right now. I still need to transition to main. It'll be up in a second. Final Fantasy's still starting up. I guess. I mean, I don't understand what happened. I didn't update VideoTube. Not at all. That's super weird. Let me kill this music, though. That kind of bums me out a little bit. I wish I had noticed that before I went live, if I'm being honest. It's okay, Ahty, it's okay. Love you, Presh Bean. Aww. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, Bunny Cat. I started it up in the exact same way I usually do. It's weird. And also my tail is not present. There it is. I am speaking to you all telepathically. Yeah, that's it. But at least the game runs. Alright, let's get this started. Oh, miss, you're awake. You were injured during the foray on Mount Gulg, yes? I was here at my station, as always, when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen, has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Bunny Cat? Yes. The answer to that is yes. There was a slight disturbance in the live stream, which caused you to awaken and come and visit us here on Twitch today. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Broggy was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Ooh, pumpkin. Pumpkin. Pumpkin! That's weird. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, there it is. Pumpkin! That's bizarre. What is going on? Poor video tube. I think it our Borkin. I think I broke everything with my love. I snuggled Ahty too hard, it broke everything. No, I'm sure it's probably Twitch being Twitch for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, it's not your fault, Ayami. Come on. Speak with Broggy. Okay, I will go to Musica Universalis Markets. Which I don't have. Which I guess this is going to be a good opportunity as ever to actually go do it. I'm going to go grab the little teleporter crystal thing before I actually do it, though. Why would they have two of those so close together? That's kind of odd. Honestly, I think maybe I just need to reboot, but... I'm just going to check Discord real quick, because Discord has actually been acting kind of funny lately. Yeah, I think Bunnycat might have at least provided us a clue. I think it probably it probably has something to do with something sniping the audio for whatever reason. Okay. Well, we have you. That's the most important part. Aw. If the nothing else worked, just listening to you talk would be an amazing stream. I mean, there's the one in Limsa and the markets. They're about that close together. Okay. Well, well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor Exarch away in the midst of the chaos? Wicked White, what is this world coming to? Bah, but moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarium folks stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery that fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. As long as she doesn't... We have to go see Chesamil, but as long as she doesn't examine us, that would be great. Because that would scare a lot of people around here, I think. Pets. There we go. I wonder if that's it. I'm just gonna try one thing real quick. Maybe this will get it back. Hello? Nope, that did nothing. That's too bad. Oh well. It is what it is. Just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, I remember where Chesamil is. Story time with Ahty one day? Yeah, probably. I would actually have to think up I would have to think of a suitable story. But like, I don't know that it would have to soak up the entire stream. But like, yeah, I don't know if I have any like long, interesting tales for y'all. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spadrix's Cheergens were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grown ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. Ah, and our own Morin has been little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet. Too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. We'll go visit Morin. I would have to brush up on that tragedy. So, the one I need to go to is Cabinet of Curiosity. There we go. Died of ligma, he did. That's a trap. Trinity is also referencing a meme. So here's the thing. A long time ago, playing this, we reached out and touched Ardbert, right? We touched Ardbert, and he winced in pain. It was one of those little segments where, like, we went to our bedroom and he was there and we chatted for a while before I slept, right? I think that has something to do with this. Like, in order for me to rid myself of this thing, I feel like it involves Ardbert in some way. And I've, like, literally thought that for, like, 3 weeks. Or however long it's been. It's just, I can feel it in my bones. Always get consent before you touch your Ardbert. There's probably some truth to that. When touching your Ardbert, use the utmost care. I think I'm going to try and update V8 Tube real quick. See if that'll do it. Well, it's 1.3C. I think that's the one. That's what I'm using right now. Ah, that's holy heckin' butts. That is butts. Just want it to work. I'm more than just a pretty face. Not sure if it was pain or just surprise that something happened. Yeah, he's been a ghost for a century, so he's just surprised there's any interaction at all, yeah? Confounded. This says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Ahty, it is truly you, and not some figment of my imagination? Oh, but this is wonderful. 'Twould seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? Well, it's because they're not all dead. I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catless, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. I didn't really want to use the stairs. You know what? I think I might know what's going on here, actually. we do before? Microphone, Dell USB, okay. Microphone privacy settings. Okay. Okay. VideoTube Mini last accessed my microphone on... Yeah, that's completely fine. I want it to be able to do that. Hmm. Four different versions of Discord accessed my microphone recently. Oh, that's weird. I'll figure that out later. I'm not going to waste my whole stream trying to figure all that out. Stairs are for casuals, jumping down is speedrun strats. Yeah, right? Okay, so I will TP to the Emerald launch. So how's everyone else's week going so far? Hope it's been good for everyone. I know not everyone on the stream is from the US, but you know, we're coming up on Thanksgiving, and you know, I hope, you know, everyone is just, you know, kind of having a chill time rather than being super stressed out. Why am I going downstairs? Ugh, I'm distracted today. Why can I not remember how to get to the Amaro launch? Oh boy. Yeah, Crystarium is like... For me, though, it's Ul'dah. Ul'dah is where I get lost. All the time. Other than my tongue being swollen and having pain in my mouth, I'm still in a very good mood. My mood has stayed good these last few days. Good, I'm glad. So is it like a tooth pain or something like that? You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day has gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day, and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. My entire mouth hurts. My teeth, my tongue, my everything. But I'll be okay eventually. I have an appointment on the 30th to see if they can do anything to help. Like, when did all this start? Did it start, like, when you woke up this morning or something like that? I'm just kind of wondering what triggered something like that. Greetings, Glenard. The master of the stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you mean Grenold? He is a man of unrivaled gifts. I won't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen nor hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I heard of a strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being. But on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a few regulars I'd like to introduce you to. I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Hear, hear. We can't forget the heart upon which this city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Ahty, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Interesting. Okay. Timonos Rookery. I woke up this morning to have my tongue randomly swollen and levels of pain in my mouth I'm not used to. I'm used to some mild pain because my teeth aren't in great shape, but this has been awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. I guess I probably could have just gone through the gate, right? Instead of hopping the fence. Yeah, it's not too far away. And honestly, like, you know, who knows? Like, by the time that comes around, maybe it just kind of goes away on its own. You never know, I guess. Doo-doo-doo! Hi, Lucas.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
Oh, it's Ardbert.
Nut.
Bong! Nut.
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
The secrecy is worse. I'd rather people knew.
If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing.
Ahty, the evening treating you well? Yeah, it's doing pretty good. How's the evening treating you? Hopefully well.
You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet.
Here's the thing. Here's the other thing that I'm thinking too, is that in his day, yes, sure, he's a ghost now, but in his day, he was a warrior of light. And the thing is, though, it took... We didn't start seeing these types of symptoms up until the second to the last lightwarden when we absorbed them, right? So what if we could offload a little bit of light to someone else to share the burden, right? I mean, it works in my head. I mean, how often is there two warriors of light?
I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and... well... you know the rest.
The night's pretty good. Sister's birthday was today. Oh, cool! Yeah, well, I mean, if she probably doesn't know who I am, but I wish her a happy birthday all the same. I'm grinning so hard right now you don't even know. Won't say whether you're right, wrong, or right. Just happy to be along for the ride. And I honestly, Trinity, I love having you here too. I love it. Ooh, pets. See, this stuff still works, just my mouth doesn't. Hiya, Gabe. Welcome. So, Gabe, I was lurking you for a long time last night. A long time, and I'm sorry I didn't say anything. Yeah, I was there. I mean, I hope things are going well for you, Gabe. I really do. Like it's streaming or like, you know, just like IRL, like personal stuff. I hope things are going. I hope things are going well for you. Oh, that's good to hear.
There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then.
Come on, Brofist. Let's do it.
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence.
Oh, wow. Holy heck, y'all. Holy heck. Did I just nail it?
My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours.
Oh, Hardbird. This dude's gonna make me cry.
I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Feoul. I love her. I love her, Trinity.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you?
That look.
Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world? Hide away in the castle?
I'll then just be a sin eater like the king before?
It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense.
No, we can't do that. It's tempting.
My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them.
Wet, wet, wet. Bigger is better. Come play with me.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion.
Be the castle boss. No. Yeah, exactly, Trinity. Faye gonna be Faye.
And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. But where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place.
Hiya, Fox. Today goes pretty well. Other than Video Tube being broken, which I will fix later. How are you doing? How have you been?
Not.
I love their speeches like this so much. Their voice actor is wonderful. A perfect fit. I agree. Yeah, it's getting pretty cold here too, Fox. Today was better, but you know, it's getting to that. Yeah, the other day I was thinking of LeVar Burton and reading Rainbow, and I was like, I have to have that song as a redeem.
Arm of crystal. From shadowed
Pit
hood
pit.
he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue.
Oh, this is a mystery.
You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
The nozzle.
The answer is obviously the nozzle. Oof. I love Fayeul so much. I just love her. And the thing is, she's giving us little clues. Little clues. Like, she can't right out and say what the answer is, because she's Fae, she's all about the game. I mean, I think she probably already knows everything. Exactly what to do, but just wants to give us just a tiny piece to set us on the right path. So ask the flowers what they know. I think that's what we're looking for here. Gather information on the Crystal Exarch. The flowers being the people. Interesting. Oh-ho! I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amuro? What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I am happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in this city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, "Because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived." Interesting. Interesting. So maybe the Exarch kind of foretold this event in a way? Like he saw it as... I don't know. Like, he knew... I think he knew that all the Lightwardens needed to be vanquished, right? They needed to be dealt with. But he couldn't do it himself. He wasn't, a warrior of light, So it's not like he could absorb all that stuff like we could. So he needed to call out to warriors of light from other worlds. Which, us being from the source, naturally he, I guess, came by us somehow. I don't know how he settled on us to be here to do this thing, right? Thank you so much for the follow, Declan. Welcome. Is that the same Declan I know from Lusquid, or is it a different Declan? What does Cassard have to say? Ahty, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions, unspoken rule and all that. Well, regardless, welcome, Declan. It's nice to have you here. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the Ascensor Gate. So, I apologize in advance, Declan. My VTuber avatar seems to be broken, because VietoTube has elected to ignore my microphone input. So, I'm not nearly as animated as I usually am. But I will be soon. And I hope your night is going okay. The Ascensor Gate. Now I just gotta remember where the Ascensor Gate is. It's actually not too far from the Cabinet of Curiosity. Okay, that works. So I will take the fast track. There we go. I think I'm quite possibly doing this wrong. It's supposed to be up from here. And I don't think I'm going to get up from here by the usual means. I'm in the right spot? Okay. Why would she be in the library? Oh, okay. I guess I was just thinking after talking to Cassard that, you know, we should talk to Captain Lena, and I was like, okay, well, Captain Lena, this isn't the Ascensor Gate. Why am I going up in the library? Yeah, okay. Oh, was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch? Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Ahem. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon after. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Vobertites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. King Pine Martin, welcome. It's always nice to see you. Hope you're well. Sorry, my VTuber is borkin. Honestly, I was kind of thinking about maybe trying out a different app for this too. Doing pretty okay today, Pine Martin. How are you? Ah, there's Captain Lena right there. I see. Pretty good. Watch some more stuff with the family online. Ooh, that sounds fun. What's a furry? Who made that? Of course it's Prisma. I'm not surprised. Ahty, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. Doot-doot-doot! I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Not only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing.
Not.
In the moments before he left to join you in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. That's fair, Yami. You know, I have 35 more sound slots. I'm really struggling on what to add. He bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vauthry loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Oh yeah, I mean that. Like, if you want, sure. Like, and also, like, anybody else in the chat, if you think that there's like a cool or funny sound that I should add to the redeems, I will definitely do it. I will consider everything. But again, I only have 35 slots, so. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Ahty, I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. We can't tell you. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? Ah, I see I am not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Pets. There we go. Come, meet me in the ocular and I will unlock the door within. Ah, I see. Okay. I'm kind of thinking that literally everything from here on out is going to be significant and really powerful. Because thus far, this is Squeenix's MO. Mr. Ahty, the captain said to expect you. Yes.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
She's another voice actor that is spot on, too. They voice cast Lena perfectly.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee.
Oh, I think Euron J knew who he was the whole time. Interesting.
Thy true name is Ahty, then?
Yep. It's exactly who I thought it was. So, I don't know how far back y'all remember when I first started streaming, when we were going through A Realm Reborn. One of the things we were doing was the Crystal Tower, and that was a number of different streams for us. I think it was like over a week or a week and a half. One of the things we were doing, Ahty was one of the people who were with us, and at the very end of the Crystal Tower, he realized who he was. Basically. Like, who his ancestors were. And basically, he pushed us out of the way and locked himself in the Crystal Tower. And since that day, we have not seen him at all. Hi, Paula! Welcome. We haven't seen Ahty in several expansions. So all the way to the end of AIR, you know, all the way through Heavensward, all the way through Stormblood, you wouldn't hear anything about the Crystal Tower at all. Nothing. Nothing about Graha, nothing about the tower. And now all of a sudden, now we're in the first, there's a tower, and now everything is slowly... Basically, this whole expansion has been just like kind of like a rosebud, right? And just now, just after we basically ended Vauthry, is it starting to open. And now we're starting to see a lot of this stuff. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you so much, Ayami. Paula is a good being. A very good being. And a very good friend. A dear friend. So, definitely go and follow. You gotta, if you're not already.
By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star.
Yeah, could you give a shout out to, yes, definitely Turbid, and then Gabe the Babe. Actually, I could do that one, because I know exactly how it's spelled. I think Gabe's still here. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity.
Oh, you hit 150? Ah, congrats, Gabe. Let's go.
Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Yeah, congrats. Congrats, Gabe.
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest.
Yeah, Ahty, I was way ahead of you there. I was making sure they were still here. That's fair.
In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice.
Yeah, good idea. I've been taking little breaks here and there. Trying to be better with that.
But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th Umbral Calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. It is all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only woman who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward, 'tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was her. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, she would rise above. Where others would break and run, she would carry on. The Warrior of Light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were her deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light herself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. She was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to her. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again, and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
It is. I'm barely holding it together right now.
Well, Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the lightwardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered
Yeah,
the
it
Warrior
does.
of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch.
Then we should be on our way. The Ahty mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
So basically, Graha knew of the 8th Umbral Calamity, and he knew that possibly fixing this would basically end his life. But that basically, like, you know, if if it claimed his life, well, I mean, it certainly would. He would do it anyway because he thought literally the survival of this world was more important than the life of one person. And yeah, Trinity, I mean, through this whole expansion, when you first fire up Shadowbringers, you have no idea what the cinematic even means. But as you go through the expansion, you get little clues here and there. That's why, like, you know, after every time, like, I do something significant in this, I make sure I watch the cinematic all the way through over again. And with each stream, there's always little details that I pick up. You know, and it's just it all tracks, you know, and it all makes sense up to this point now. Yeah, it is. This is just so good. I really don't have many more words than just, oh my god, this is so good. It's not much of a sacrifice. If his death prevents the 8th calamity, his past self would never travel to the 1st, and thus not die anyhow. True. But the thing is, though, I mean, if we're talking about several different worlds, so to speak, there's still a person who's going to die. You know, Graha in the Source and the Exarch in the First, yeah, they're the same person. But, like, you know, different versions of yourself. I mean, if there were 8 me's and one died, that would still be a person dying, right? I don't know. This is all kind of weird to talk about, but it's like, I guess that's how my brain is working right now. It's like, you know, a copy or a version of me is still me. I don't know. The wrinkles, my brain wrinkles are starting to smooth out. So, just thinking about that. Did you find the answers you sought? If there is nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. I need some directions. Do you wish to know the way to the Tempest? You mean the sea itself, and not the island of Calusia? If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amaro, but... Do you mean to leave right this moment, alone? I am not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and I shall wait for your safe return. Who was I talking to the other day? I think I've actually... You know what? I think I've mentioned this in the stream. Like, I genuinely dread the end of this expansion. Like, every step I take up these staircase it's one less step that I have to take in this expansion. I can't tell you if there was ever a time that I was playing a game that I straight up dreaded getting to the end. But I totally do. You require an Amaro? Just a moment, and I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. Yeah, yeah, actually, speaking of... Oh, I can't, I shouldn't do that. Oh, I'm gonna have to get Endwalker... I'll have to get it off stream, I think. But yeah, I mean, I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I need to pre-order. The open water? To the depths of the Tempest? Our Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor... Don't worry, I can swim. I'm the Warrior of Light, come on. Oh no...
Ah, we have found thee.
I thought I was gonna have an episode again.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Hiya, Tuz! Yeah, you could say that, Bunny Cat.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
I would have to look that up. I am not actually sure. But honestly, at this point, I don't care how much it is. I need it. Y'all need to see that. Oh, Fawn! Oh my god, Fawn, are you kidding me? Thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Thank you so much, Fawn. You blow me away. Ahty, 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 Ahty. Dear raid! How you doing, you good beans? I added 2 more redeems. One of which, when I added it, I was actually thinking of Fawn. And you'll know it when you see it. How y'all doing tonight? I got a bean. Sorry my movement is broken. I'm not really quite sure why VideoTube is doing this to me. But thank you all so much for coming by. Oh my gosh.
Nut.
Nut. Yep, you found it. Bean! According to my order confirmation from a while ago, total $69.98. But that was with 60 days game time card added too. Bean! 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 I should make that a redeem also. So somebody could waste their points on just a sound of me going Bean! Hiya, Tim. Welcome. And Russ. Oh, Russ, welcome. Bean Labs is better than Stream Labs. You're not wrong. Yeah, having a good night so far. Pretty good night. We just last stream we put an end to Vauthry, and we killed the last lightwarden, or so we thought. So now we're unraveling everything that has been so tightly wound up for the entirety of this expansion, and it's been real heavy, and just. Thank you so much for the follow, Tim. Thank you so much. Bean time, bean time, bean time, bean time, bean time, bean time, bean time. Bean Labs OBS. Oh, blobs. Deathloop. Deathloop is one of those games that I really want to try. I know Tim's a good bean. So I was it says the good bean. So I was in briefly in Tim's stream when they were doing the I forget what game it was. It was a car game, but it was ancient. And that was a good time. I think it was like a month ago. Something like that. Burnout, yes! Yes. But not Burnout 2. The original one. Yes. I remember that. That stream was a lot of fun. So yeah, y'all. I mean, there's a ton of good bean streamers in the chat right now. Ayami, could you do me a favor and give Russ a shout out also? Chaos Fox CR2, and then Tuz also, and Fingies. Actually, I'll and Fawnin. Well, actually, Fawn already got a shout out. But yeah, y'all, I mean, it's like, seriously, I mean, if you look at chat right now, it is a list of all good bean streamers. Y'all should follow every single one of them. Because, like... Y'all are just great, and like, I don't know, like my whole Twitch experience since I decided to get back into this has been fantastic, and like each and every one of you in the chat right now have all played a part. All of you have played a part, and it's just amazing. Y'all are incredible. Your beats are all too quick. You've streamed before, Fingers. You know what? Yeah, I think that might be what I'm thinking. I think that might be what I'm thinking, Fingers. So actually, like, since there actually like lots of the beans that came in are into driving games. Let me ask a question. Actually, I was thinking about actually. Yeah, I've said this before. I've been thinking about getting a wheel, right? But what I don't see a lot of y'all playing is the WRC games. Now, I know the latest one isn't available on Steam yet. I think it's I think the latest one is WRC 10. I was actually thinking about picking that up and trying my hand at a little bit of rally. Hey, Arctic. Yeah, so like, you know, I'm obviously, like, I'm into story games and stuff like that. I mean, hello, I've been playing Final Fantasy for like 6 friggin' months at this point. But like, I haven't really done PC driving games. The last driving game I was super into was Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation. Yeah, it's Rally. And from what I've seen so far, it seems pretty good, but I just don't know. I mean, I respect, like, I respect the opinions of everyone in chat right now. Very highly. And if y'all gave WRC 10 your thumbs up, I would definitely do it. Yeah. Gran Turismo 2 was near and dear to my heart. And I'm embarrassed to admit that the reason why I initially picked up Gran Turismo 2, it's not just because I enjoyed Gran Turismo, was that there was a Ford Taurus SHO in it. And at the time, I was just bonkers for that car. Absolutely bonkers. So GT3 I own. But when my ex and I split up, I ended up with the game, and she kept the PS2, which is fine. It's totally fine. But I need to get another PS2. Oh, Yami, you totally could. Yeah, I could do that. But I mean, I know that Twitch kind of has issues with that sort of thing. So I was kind of thinking of doing like going the capture card route and kind of seeing how it goes. But it was more like kind of a nostalgia thing, I guess. Unless you want to speedrun GT3, use a PS2. Okay.
If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
They do. I mean, I think they just conveniently look the other way for now, but I think that, you know, historically they've had issue, I've heard. I don't know. Like, honestly, Tuz, I mean, I know it sounds scary. I heard one thing from, like, one person, and now that's enough for me to be like, whoa. But, you know. But the thing is, I see people do it all the time, so it's like, it's okay. I'm really conflicted on it. So, I don't know. Yeah, because this all stems back, like, what I really wanted to do a long time ago, I wanted to stream AM2R. So AM2R, it's an acronym. It stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake. And it was actually basically a fan-made game of Metroid 2, basically for PC. And it was immensely popular because it was like it was released by this one dude. It was released, and it was immensely popular. And then Nintendo got wind of it and quashed it on the spot. So we actually had to take it down, which sucks. It sucks. I mean, the thing is, I have it. I've played it. It's pretty awesome. But the thing is, though, Twitch in the past has kind of put the kibosh down on AM2R specifically. And it was there that I started when I was digging deeper. And you know how the internet is. It's a rabbit hole. All kinds of stuff on Reddit and all that sort of thing. And, like, that's where I started seeing all the emulator stuff. I'm like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. And, you know, but again, this is posts and things from years ago that I don't know if that's still true today. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I don't know. I guess my takeaway is the jury is still out. So, but yeah, I mean, if y'all think it would be awesome to do WRC 10, you know, then I'll invest. I do have enough room to do a wheel, not really like a full-on racing chair wheel shifter pedal thing like lots of folks have. I know like Prism has stuff like that. But yeah, I could do the wheel thing. That would be pretty cool. So, just to catch everyone up, like where we're at now, basically like everything's kind of opening up in the plot, and now we're at the point where, you know, the Exarch basically told Euron J here basically all of the secrets. He laid it all down on Euron J because he's the only one out of all of us. He was confident enough to reveal all that and to not tell me. Because basically his whole plan hinged on basically me defeating all the lightwardens, and at the crucial time that the last one was killed, Vauthry, he would step in, absorb all of that light, and then basically go out into the void, and he'd be dead. Taking all of that away. Because he knew that if I actually absorbed it, then that would make me a lightwarden. But basically Emmett Selk got in the middle of that, and that's like the worst case scenario has happened. So they've all been searching around trying to find a way to cure me. And I'm guessing that they didn't find anything. And now and basically now I know the truth. I'm all pissed off at Euron J for keeping all of that from me. And now he's just like, please, just either forgive me or put aside your anger for a time and let us try and find a solution together. And that's where we're at. Yeah. Euron J is... he's a mysterious character, but the thing is, though, you got what you have to understand about this particular character is he always has the best intentions. He will always have more information than anyone else, including you. So you have to trust him. Even though he's not telling you everything, you have to trust him. And see, this is... it's these parts that drive me crazy, because the thing is, like, I don't know which one to select. They all kind of make sense. But I think in this particular case, I'm going with the middle one. I am a danger to those around me.
I understand the precarious nature of thy condition. Nonetheless, it is my wish to remain at thy side for as long as I am able.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again. Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How
can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well!
And for the folks that aren't familiar with the reason why Alize is so pissed off right now is that she was basically in Amareng, a region of Norvrant where we're at now, where Sin Eaters, they would not only kill people, but they would infect people and would turn them into Sin Eaters slowly. And it was a slow turn, and there was no stopping it. There was no slowing it down. The only way you could deal with it is help people and help mitigate their pain in the process. And when it came to the point when they were going to turn into a Sin Eater, they would kill them before they did, because they had no other choice. And like that's a part of the story that I had to mute my mic, and just the enormity of that and like the overwhelming grief I had at that point was just, yeah.
But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in her way now. Not after failing her in her hour of need. No, the least we can do is...
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
Hiya, Hyena Bangs, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. It's so good to see you.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, 'twas clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Me too! That's right!
Here, here!
No, Ayami, you have to get it back.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless.
Wow. You were 4% butts more than me. I don't know how to feel about that.
So if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
All those butt checks.
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
Oh, Y'shtola. My wife. Defend the Crystarium until we return. Okie dokie, Yami. But if you need to sleep, you should sleep. So I appreciate everything you do for me, Ayami. Thank you so much. So I apologize if I'm not as helpful here shortly. It's totally fine. It is totally fine. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go, folks. Thou didst plan to commandeer an Amuro for thy journey to the open sea? I fear that following dive down unto Emmett Selk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet, ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. What I need to do is I need to repair, I think. I need to check on that stuff. Yeah, I should probably do that real quick, and then I'll be ready to go. Yeah. Okay, I'm good with that. Don't forget your pets. Oh, I cannot forget my pets. There we go. I'll get all the pets, how we do that. That's how we do. Free gear and a bow, and required to finish the MSQ, yep. I still feel like we're moving too fast. Like, I feel like I'm gonna finish Shadowbringers before Endwalker hits. But I mean, just to put it in perspective, right? If you were ever wondering how much content there is in A Realm Reborn, from the beginning of A Realm Reborn to now, I've been streaming Final Fantasy since the beginning of June. So, June to July, July to August, August to September, September to October, October... 5 months. I have been playing this game for 5 months, 4 nights a week. Okay. I guess I was figuring that going to Catless would help me Okay, I gotta figure out who can actually repair my shit. 5.0 maybe, but not the patch content. Yeah. There's so much stuff. It is so worth it's honestly, the sub is so worth it. I have gotten so much out of this game. No regrets. Merchant and Mender, here we go. There we are. I always forget that. Oops. There we go. Perfect, we're good to go. Let's heckin' go! Yami gets all the pets. Okay, here we go. Thine affairs are in order? Then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus would I petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. You mean Feoul? Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. I think finally, at the end of this game, I am getting a lot better with reading what J says. Actually, I think I'm going to go to Fort Job and then run from there. Yeah, I figured as much. I was low key worried about that when I first went to fight Garuda. They said similar stuff. Oh, there's Nugs. Come on, Nugs. Let's go. There's very few places where they make you stay in a place. Yeah, because I mean the implications of that, you know, you have to stay here. It's like, okay, well, I can't get my dailies done anymore? Y'all, thank you so much for sticking around. Good beans, good beans, good beans. J saith, Mine milkshake bringeth all yon gentlefolk to mine yard, and lo they reply, 'Tis better than thine, verily, 'tis better than thine. I could apprentice thee, but I wouldst live a fee. Ah, no worries, Scoot. Welcome anyway. We're just doing the Final Fantasy thing. We're currently on our way to Euron J, who's going to talk to us about some plan to get us to the ocean floor. Well, on the ocean floor is Emmett Selk, and hopefully the Exarch. We're trying to rescue him. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I kind of can't wait to punch him in his smug ass face. That dude makes me angry. Nope, this isn't the way. Your lack of flight bothers me. Yep, I haven't collected all the thingies yet. And that's the thing. It's like I don't play this game at all unless I'm on stream. And like flight is kind of like a temporary thing, like not temporary, but it's kind of a secondary thing. So I haven't really felt like, you know, me like flying around gathering all these, you know, yellow swirly things doesn't make for a great stream, you know? So I mean, I'll eventually do it, but I'm not gonna do it while y'all are watching me. Oh, one of those faces. Good for nothing but punch. Yes. Absolutely. There, to the west. Canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island, and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Probably gonna dip to bed now. Already got late. Nighty Tuz. Thank you so much for popping in and hanging out with us. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's saying, I can't swim in the Euron J way. Yeah, I'm assuming that this is the island that he was talking about. Nighty Tuz, sleep well. Yeah, so basically, if there's a period of I don't know, and if there's like a period of no Final Fantasy because we've done all of the MSQ, I think I'm going to end up playing a bit of Nier, whether it's Nier Automata or Nier Replicant. I haven't decided. I haven't played either of those games at all. But I think that, you know, I think it would be, you know, along the kind of the same lines as Final Fantasy, but very story-driven. I think you'd all like that too. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. What? Did we find a giant friend? Is that what we're looking at? Did we find a friend-shaped island? Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting? Or was it just your imagination? Alright, I need an explanation of this. It could be a friendly island. I feel like a Dalek. Explain! So I'll show you, Bunny Cat. This is how you get on the island without flying. Alphino did it. There's Y'shtola. There's Thancred. And Euronjay. Look at that. Hacks. Well, what hast thou discerned? This island is a people. It reminds me of a certain primal. Most perceptive. According to the lore of the Pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Its name is Bismarck. Oh my god, Bismarck. Bismarck. Holy crap. This is the white whale. This is the white whale from Heavensward, from the floating islands. Yeah, aye, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere. Alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the ruby sea. Within its compass, we may move unencumbered, and defend ourselves with... And defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now, I must needs ask for silence, whilst I make my supplication. Is it wise to do this while we're standing on him?
Wir Sach, Bilang Bismail. Fallen si lor wislan, adas si alinal.
To the bottom of the western sea we go, Pray lend us your back and your breath.
Van urs atslir, olfod thim, iri guath.
This world is in twilight. I wait for the sun to set. I wish only to sleep.
Not.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
We need Feo-Ul.
Oh, my snee, Yak! You've learned to call me at last!
Ooh, I'm getting beaned. Wait, I'm already beaned. Ask, I'm already beaned. Expand bean. Oh, that says extend. Extend bean. Bean. I'll give you a bunch of pets too. Here you go. There we are. Asklad, how are you doing? Extreme. Hey, hiya, Pixel. What? Why did it do that? No. I didn't want it to do that. Okay, let me try that again. LaddThePorcine. Why can't I shout you out? Ask why can I not? Oh, I'm. I'm sorry. I never claimed to have the proper amount of brain wrinkles to do this sort of a thing. All right. There we go. How was Overwatch? I know. I mean, you can only rub my two brain cells together so much before they become a little tattered and smooth. Yeah, I remember Overwatch from back in the day. I used to play that a lot, but like when I was doing the first Overwatch tournament they ever had at PDX LAN, I played so hard and so much that like as soon as that was done, I was just I'm good with Overwatch. I burned out instantly. Yeah. Yeah, Fox has got the right of it. I don't have any coffee left, and even if I did, the worst thing in the world I could possibly do is actually drink it right now. I would never sleep.
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight.
The nozzle. So now that I see Ask in the stream, Ask just like I miss Pidge. Because like I was around when Pidge was working on your VTuber model. And I miss Pidge. It seems like Pidge should be here too.
Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Yeah, Ask is a very good bean. I mean, if y'all aren't following Asklad here, the Porculopine, you definitely should. You definitely should. Streams are always good. I've lurked quite a few times. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I definitely need to check in, and I gotta wait until my next payday. I definitely want to, if they're open for commission, I definitely want to get a few things.
Yes, Bismail win picked. Van dromi drom Jacob. Van red rithje.
Let their wish be the king's command.
Ahty una sahawin wisk.
What a rare thing to awaken to. My beautiful king, if it be thy wish, then so it shall be done.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
So Ask here followed me. Aw, thank you so much for the follow, Pixel Shiba. Thank you so much. Wait, Twitch does that? I didn't know Twitch did that. That's a feather out of Twitter's cap. But Asklad here. Asklad was actually one of my first supporters when I was making my affiliate push. They were a person just like out of thin air followed me, and that just really stuck with me. You know, and it helped so much because you know when you're just starting out, right? And you've got that less than 50 followers, you know, and you just don't know how to get your name out there. You know, for somebody just out of the blue that you don't know who they are, that out of the blue just follow you, it was really great. It really meant a lot to me. I'm sorry I haven't been around much lately. A lot has happened. I try to be present, but you know, life. Yeah, I mean, I get it. And the thing is, though, it's just the nature of Twitch, too, right? You can only really watch one person, right? You can lurk a million people, but like you can only really watch one. You know, and the thing is though, I mean, you know, your support from the start was awesome. I mean, like that follow, like meant like it meant the world to me. And like even just like a lurk, I mean, like lots of people don't realize that even like a lurk in a channel, whether or not you say anything or whether or not you're like actively viewing the person, I mean that is support right there too. That means a lot also. You know, and you know, life gets in the way. Life is more important than Twitch. So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and like, you know, there's no hard feelings or any of that stuff. I appreciate you regardless. On my broken ass laptop, I can only lurk one person at a time on mobile. Yeah. Can't stand everything on mobile because of the damn ads from Google. Yeah, there's that too. So I'm trying to bounce around and give love. I appreciate it, Pixel. I appreciate it so much. Y'all are good beans.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight.
Not.
Here we go. And Trinity's just like, God, Ahty, shut up and just make the balloons go forward.
May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Lo fallo ruis, van narsitar, dir sitagnai.
To the Western Sea we go. Wrapped in my breath, I will see you to your destination, little neighbors. Wow.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
I still want to get into Final Fantasy XIV, but it's so daunting. Even though I'm a huge Final Fantasy nerd, I just can't justify it. Help. Well, I mean, I know it's a meme. I know it's a meme, but you can download and play Final Fantasy up to level 60. You can play the core game. You don't have to spend a dime. You know, and there's several good beans in this stream right now that would help you out with duties along the way. I would do that. It's what comes after I get hooked that worries me. Yeah, there's that. Can confirm there's tons to do just in the trial. Yep. Yeah, Ahty grown so much. I think I was like your 95th follower or something. You had no avatar. I didn't have an avatar? I thought I always had an avatar. Interesting. I mean, that's not that long ago, actually. I'm honestly so glad to know all you Presh Beans, Ahty Pixel, Ask, DC, all you beans are why I even made it as far as I did, and are why I'm doing so much better mentally. Right. Ayame is best bean. Yep. And hopefully we're going to see a lot more of Ayame. Very soon.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, but the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
You know, Urvith, have you ever seen a flying whale?
What the? Do you see that?
Oh god, I gotta clip that.
Where did it even come from?
Oh my god, somebody clip that. Oh my god, that was amazing. If somebody misses it, it's fine. I'll clip and highlight it. But I wanna get right where I said, well, Urvith, have you ever seen a flying whale? You guys are kind of screwed now.
Whoa, yeah.
It's not stopping. Run! Run!
Vanana Anna Tilden Sito.
I have fulfilled my duty. I return now to the lake. 1 second, folks. Just give me 1 heckin' second. All right, sorry about that. I was busy. You'll see in a sec. Oh my god, so good. I must head to sleep. Take care, friends. Good night, Gabe. Sleep well, alright? Okay, so ask. Hold on. Hold that clip for a second. Alright. I'm gonna fix Nightbot here. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So basically how I have it set up is like I have to set you as a channel regular in order for you to post links. So I will spell your name correctly this time. Okay, now you should be able to post links. +1 brain wrinkle. Yay! There we go. I think probably your clip is probably better than mine. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Thank you, Askled. Thank you so much. Yeah, Fox. Basically, I was watching the clip and then me laughing, and then I was laughing at the same time I was laughing at the clip. So that's why there was an echo. I have not flown in an age. It was pleasant. May your journey be a safe one, little neighbors.
Wow.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Wow. That's just nuts. That is just the coolest thing. And then you see a pineapple house. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Elk. Must be thoroughly petted, yes. Yeah, they have been going for kind of a long time, huh? Ahty knows that if they stop the pets, I'm gonna keep redeeming it. You know, I'm gonna be Twitch's very first pet tuber. I'm just gonna be a hand doing this and talking. But I think this is actually probably a good time to wrap up for now. Let me see who we got online to possibly raid. Oh my god, put googly eyes on it. Yes. And for Halloween, we could be a claw. We could be a were pet tuber with angry eyes. The lore expands. So who do we got? Who do we have streaming tonight? Commercials make me want to die. They make my insides hurt. Super Zippy, welcome! Good stream. I've been sitting in the back of the theater the whole time. Aww. Let's see. So actually, actually a streamer I know from Attack Rack stream, Yerba Mateu is playing Final Fantasy XIV online right now. It's their first playthrough, which I should probably be using that tag too. First playthrough, and they are doing an Endwalker push. They are doing 5.5, if that makes sense to anyone in the stream. So, how would y'all like to go over and raid Yerba? What do y'all think of that? Yerba's a good bean. Yerbs. Oh no, it's fine. I mean, like, it could. Sure, any friend of Rack is a good bean, most likely. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Yerba's a good, kind soul. So, I think you'll all enjoy. And the thing is, I have to pop off soon after anyway, so it's not going to be that spoilery for me. Because I got to eat dinner and go to bed, because I got to be up at 4, which is gross. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. Wait, okay, I just canceled it. Okay, we could do... raid. I don't usually do raid messages, but I should definitely start. Let's see. Do Hey Yerba. Just do Hey Yerbs. Ya ever see a flying whale? Oh, damn it. Okay, don't copy and paste that one because I did. I apparently got. There we go. Okay. That one. There we go. There we go. Y'all ready? Y'all copied all that? All right. Now let's trigger it. Okay. So let me do one without the emotes so people can copy and paste that pretty easy. There we go. Yeah, it's like if you don't have my emotes, you can use whatever emotes you want. Oh no, Paula. There you go. Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right. So if we're all ready to go, let's do it. Let me get that going here. All right, there we are. So again, yeah, y'all just blow me away. You know how awesome y'all are, and y'all have been along for the ride for like months. And we've gotten to this point, and y'all are just incredible. It means so much to me to have like so many folks here hanging out, playing some Final Fantasy. I mean, I enjoy the game so much. I enjoy this so much. But the thing is, though, I wouldn't enjoy this half as much as if I wasn't streaming for all of y'all and having y'all here for the ride. It means so much to me. So, the next time I'm going to be streaming is going to be probably Friday night, actually. Friday night, 6 p.m. PST, although there might be a small chance I might start before then. It might not be gaming right away. I did get the heatsink for the computer that we built last weekend. So I have that. I'm kind of thinking I might stream installing that, and then right when we're finished doing that, get into Final Fantasy. But I haven't decided yet. So stay tuned to Twitter and Discord and all that stuff. The times will be popped out there. Oops.